special guest on the line. You know him from the Goonies, from Indiana Jones films, and he's in a new movie called Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Huy Quan is on with us. Hello, Key. How you doing?
Hi, Rod. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You know what? When I saw your pic, when I'm like, okay, Huy Quan, who is that? And I saw your picture, and when I saw it was like the photo from the Indiana Jones movie, I'm like, oh my God, I know exactly who that is. You've been acting. I mean, ever since how old were you when you first started acting, Key?
Well, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom was my first movie, and I was 12 years old.
And I mean, can you believe that it's still, here we are, it's 2022, and people still recognize you from that? Does that blow you away?
You know what? It's very surreal. Over the years, a lot of people have recognized me by my voice. And for many, many years, people have only their picture of me is when I was little, when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
From Indiana Jones and from the Goonies. And those are two amazing characters that I was very fortunate to be a part of. And I guess, as when I was adult, I always wanted to do something where people would recognize me today.
Right.
and hopefully Everything Everywhere All at Once will be that movie.
Well, Key, I got to tell you, we have a member of the show who he didn't even know you were going to call today, but he just went and saw the movie and came in the other day and said, oh my God, you've got to watch this movie. It's amazing. Angel, you loved it, right?
Brother, let me tell you, this role is doing exactly what you're hoping for, right? Because I see you on the screen. I see you in this role. I see you as the husband. I see all these things, and I completely lose the fact that this is the guy from Indiana Jones. Your performance in this piece, this movie, your performance, your co-stars' performances is absolutely amazing.
Wow. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Oh, my gosh. I stepped away from acting for more than 20 years.
20 years?
I'm looking at that now. Yeah.
What made you step away?
And never in my – I'm sorry?
I said, what made you step away from acting?
Well, it was, I was lucky to be in a couple of really memorable roles when I was a kid. And as I got older, I found out it was very difficult to be an Asian actor in Hollywood at that time.
Right.
And I spent a lot of time just waiting for the phone to ring with an opportunity to audition. And it came far and few in between. And at one time, it wasn't fun anymore. So I made the very difficult decision to step away and started working behind the camera.
Oh, wow.
And honestly, it was not until 2018 when a little movie called Crazy Rich Asian came out, and I watched it, and I had serious FOMO because I wanted to be up there with my fellow Asian actors.
Oh, wow.
Dang, that's crazy.
Never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would have this movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I mean,
Amazing.
as my comeback movie, yeah, I'm so grateful to the Daniels, and what a joy working with, the Michelle Yeoh, the Jamie Lee Curtis, and the James Hahn. I mean, it was an incredible journey.
I'll bet it was. When we're talking about the movies you did when you were younger, what gets more attention? Because I know Goonies has such a huge following. It's like a cult following. Do you get more attention from Goonies, or do you get more attention from Indiana Jones?
Wow, that's I think equally, almost equally, but I think Goonies does have the leg up because when it went on home video, it just took on a life of its own, and it's loved by generations. We have parents who grew up with the movie, who watched it in the theater, and now they have kids, and a lot of times too, I mean, they just pass it on, and kids love it just as much as their parents do. The fan base seems like it grows every year.
Savannah, question for Huy Quan. He's in a brand new movie that's out that Angel says is amazing. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Hi, Huy. So I'm really interested in, like you said, you took a step away from acting for a while. Like, what did you do during that time? And was it difficult for you? Because I'm certain that people recognized you everywhere you went. So what was your transition in that? What did you do during that time?
Well, I went to USC Film School, and I graduated. Wow. And then one day I got a call from this amazing action director named Huy Yuan, and he said, would you like to work on a little movie with me? And I walked on set, and it was the X-Men. Oh. And so I helped action choreograph the Wolverine and Mystique fight sequence. And I started working behind the camera after that. I went and worked for many years for a Hong Kong filmmaker named Wong Kar-wai, who did In the Mood for Love and 2046. In fact, if you watch Everything Everywhere All at Once, the movie star universe, we pay homage to the man. He's one of my favorite filmmakers.
Was that mind-blowing? That had to have been filming the movie that you're filming in these multiverses, and then you're acting in a multiverse that is part of your former job. Were you like, okay, I'm in the simulation at that point?
You know, it was surreal because I spent so many years behind the camera watching Tony Leung does his thing in front of the camera. And honestly, I mean, for me to step in front of the camera for the first time, actually, after so many years, it was it was a really strange feeling, but also a very familiar feeling because all those memories that I had as a kid came rushing back. And then I realized that, you know what, this is where I want to be. This is where I belong. And I was really happy.
Angel, question
man.
A question for Huy Quan, who is in this new film you got to go see. It's Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Key, as you talk about, and you mentioned it before, the Daniels are the directors of this. Originally, the title role was going to go to Jackie Chan. They changed it. They go with Michelle. And then when they come to you and they say, hey, we want you to be a part of this movie, and you're, like you're saying, you had been projecting that you wanted to get back into acting, you wanted to get back into Hollywood, and you read this story. What was your first impressions of this?
Oh, wow. I was very emotional when I first read it on multiple levels. One, it was one of the best scripts that I've ever read. It was funny as hell, and it was also a very touching story about the family who has been disconnected. And I also got emotional because it was a script that I wanted to read for many, many, many years, and it just didn't exist before. So when I went in and auditioned for the Daniels, I was so nervous. And I auditioned for them a total of 2 times. And after they called me and I got the part, that was one of the happiest calls I've ever gotten in my life because this project is so special and it's so good. I wanted to be a part of it more than anything else. In fact, had you asked me, do I want to win the lottery or win this role? And I would have, without a doubt, told you I wanted this role.
Dude, it's amazing. It's an amazing piece of work, man.
Wow.
Key, do you get this all the time? Because I'm looking, we have a texting service, so people are texting in things that they want us to ask you or whatever, and overwhelmingly, they're like, please get him to say slick shoes. Please get him to scream $50 bill. like, do you
Do you rattle them off?
Do you do that when people ask you, or you're like, oh my God, stop it with that?
Well, sometimes when I go out with my friends, and unconsciously, I would say $50 bill. Because so these lines, I mean, these are such iconic lines, and over the years, fans would come up and they would say, hey, can you say Dr. Jones? All these, and it's really a testament to how great Steven Spielberg and George Lucas were when they created these movies and created this character Short Round and Data. It's beloved by so many people, and I'm so grateful to be able to play them. And honestly, I love the fans that come up and ask all these questions. Yeah.
I love the fact you embrace it. I think that
attitude.
That is awesome. Carlos, question. I know he's got to go in a second.
Yeah,
but
I'm just going to say real quick, it's more of a thing. How crazy that you're doing this multiverse movie, that you inspired, I am sure, the entire cast of Crazy Rich Asians when they saw you on Goonies, when they saw you on Dr. Jones, no doubt about it. But then later on, you're watching them, and that inspires you to act, and you booked the biggest role probably of your entire life. Congratulations, Keith. I just wanted to tell you that. Congratulations. I could only imagine how excited you and your family are for this this amazing role. Congrats.
Thank you. No, it's amazing. Over the years, a lot of Asian talents working in Hollywood, they've come to me and they go, hey, you're the OG, man. Thank you for paving the way. And, really, in fact, they are the ones that paved the way for my return. So I'm grateful to them as well, too.
Hey, Huy Quan, I got to tell you, I've been nervous all day about making sure I said your name right. Just tell me, did I say your name properly?
Yes, it's Huy Quan. You guys said it perfect.
Oh, good. All right. I was worried about that. Hey, thank you for taking time to talk to us.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, great luck with the film. Once again, it's out right now. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Huy Quan, thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, take care.
That was
cool. That was